I gave up my CDL, can I get it back after being downgraded? The trucking industry standards are set by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. These standards determine what disqualifies drivers from getting a driver's CDL to operate a CMV, commercial motor vehicle. They also set out the reasons for CDL suspensions and reinstatement. If you chose to downgrade your CDL and now want it back, here is a guide on how to go about it. Voluntarily giving up your license. If you have voluntarily relinquished or surrendered your CDL and intend to reapply, you are supposed to get the Commercial Learner's Permit, CLP. You will also be required to pass all the written and driver's CDL skills examinations, plus submit latest medical certificate. Unless you had already filed for the MEC and MAR and they are still valid, you will be required to file them. If your CDL had been voluntarily surrendered, expired, revoked, cancelled, disqualified, or invalidated for more than a year, you need to pass all the written knowledge tests as well as skills examination before you can be issued with the license. However, some states do not require you to take the test to upgrade again. How do I get my CDL back after giving it up? Suppose you voluntarily surrender or abandon your CDL and want to reapply after 1 year. In that case, you must first obtain a Commercial Learner's Permit, CLP, then pass the relevant exams and provide a valid MAR and MEC, unless these are already on file and still valid with the BMV, before the CDL license can be issued. How much does it cost to get your CDL back? Renewing your CDL license will cost you $75. Unpaid fines or taxes will hinder your renewal process. You must pay these fines to get your CDL renewed. Nonetheless, obtaining a new CDL will cost you $9,000. This includes the CDL tuition and other costs. What is CDL reinstatement fee and average fees in Texas, Florida? The CDL reinstatement fee generally depends on the state you are in and the reason why your CDL was suspended. It costs between $10 and $100 to reinstate a CDL in most states across the country, including the southern states of Texas and Florida. Frequently asked questions. I lost my driver's license, can I replace it quickly? It is always possible to have your lost driver's license replaced. If you have lost your driver's license or you believe it has been stolen, you should report to the police quickly and seek a duplicate or a replacement from the DMV where you got it. You just need 2 alternative forms of identification to get the replacement. Of course, you also need to pay a small fee. In most cases, you can get a duplicate or replacement license very quickly. What is Medical Examination Report DMV? To become a CDL holder and to renew your CDL after its expiry, you need to submit a medical examination report, renewed medical certificate, to your state's DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles. The reason why every state Department of Motor Vehicles requires a medical examination report is to ensure that every commercial vehicle driver is healthy and well enough to drive a commercial vehicle. How to get a CLP? It depends on the state. For example, to get a CLP in Texas, you will have to complete the CDL-1 application form and to pay the required fee of $25. You will then need to pass written knowledge test covering general knowledge, air brakes, commercial rules as well medical variants. Can I get a CDL with 2 DUI? You need a valid or regular driving license to get a CDL. If you recently got your second DUI, then your license is most probably suspended, so you will not be able to get a CDL. If you have 2 DUI in your driving license history but you have your license with you, you will most probably still be able to get a driving license. However, most employers will find it difficult to employ you. In other words, you will most likely get the license but you will probably not get the job. What is a downgrade in driving? A downgrade or a hill is a warning road sign. It is often yellow with a black truck shown going downhill. The purpose of this warning road sign is to make you slow down your truck and control your speed better to handle the descent coming up. How do I know if my CDL is still valid? A commercial driving license expires just the same way a personal license would. Your CDL is usually valid for 5 to 8 years. The duration varies in different states. To maintain this license, you need to undergo a yearly physical examination that determines whether or not you are fit to be on the road. Conclusion. If you voluntarily downgraded your CDL, it's possible to get it back. The regulation on whether you will need to take a test or not will depend on your state. Generally, you must submit all requirements including medical certificates and CDL knowledge test to reapply to enjoy the commercial driver's privilege after a year or get the Commercial Learner's Permit. It's also important to be in sync with federal regulations governing commercial driver licenses. To subscribe for more information, newsletter.